the 2. Sport. All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. Inside, it's Grant playing next to Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 2. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Mataze in at the center position. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
How about the athleticism of Grant, just extending that time?
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Puts up a 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Now Portland with it. The 3 is up. Grant's shot is off. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Caldwell-Pope for 3. Orlando again missing. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Avdia. For 3. Oh, planks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, B.A., to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there were a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Portland has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Grant against Wagner. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Man, Jeremy Grant is one of those guys that's capable of highlight dunks on a nightly basis. That time, vicious finish.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Count the basket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Orlando has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Banchero with a screen on Simons. Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Banchero. Now here's Suggs. Back to Mataze. And Ayton pulls it down.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Ayton. Avdia, good.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Mataze with a screen. The 3 from Suggs. Pure from 3-point range. Suggs has got 6.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
that is what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow.
Tough to slow down the momentum that Simons has here. Just powered through on the drive.
Suggs surveys the D. The kick out to Banchero. Here's Mataze. It's rebounded by Grant. Trailblazers lead by 3. Avdia with it. Wagner picks him up. Pass to Simons. 1:05 left in the opening quarter. And here's Grant from the arc. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Suggs. 6 points for him. The three. And another three for Orlando.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Portland, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10.
The guard rising up, Simons, with some thunder of his own.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Suggs.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Suggs hits them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Simons finds Avdia. Grant with a screen on Wagner. Grant outside. Here's Ayton. Grant outside. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Now here's Suggs. Defense is right there. Banchero outside. Out to the right wing. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Portland ahead. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Bataze in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
That's exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simon's looking really comfortable in the set there.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Beyond the arc. He buries it from three. Wagner's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young. They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Suggs. He's got 11. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kamare. He's covered by Caldwell-Pope. And he banks in the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Suggs. And that one is hammered home.
And once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Suggs against Simons. Outside for Grant. Off the outside. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And the three-pointer goes. Avdia's got 6. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. And he lobs it up. Bam! Paolo, what execution!
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
Grant with a screen on Suggs. Off the outside. Wagner with a steal. To the middle. Here's Bataze. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Grant outside. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Portland. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA.
Wagner against Avdia. Here's Batadze. Knocks down the long J. Now it's a three-point Magic lead.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Grant with a screen on Suggs. Here's Simons. The shot misses. Great D that time from Banchero. And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. Pass to Banchero. There's 45 seconds left in the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batadze. And he lays it up and in. Batadze's got 8 here in this quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Simons against Suggs. Up top, Grant. He's got 9. Banchero surveys. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Caldwell Pope for 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Simons outside to halt the run. Aiden, no good.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Orlando ahead, leading by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So the Trail Blazers 5 right now. Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Robert Williams out there with Walker, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Here's Black. Pass to Isaac. He tries for 3. Williams grabs the board. Portland has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. But Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So he gets confidence in that outside shot. People start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively. Sharp still trying to find some comfort and familiarity at the free throw line. Sometimes it takes some young guys longer.
Pass to Wagner from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely. Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Here's Black. No points yet. And here's Isaac, defended by Henderson. Wagner for 3. Williams grabs the board. Portland leading. Left side Sharp. It's Walker on the wing. Here's Henderson. Takes it inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Shot's good by Black.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Henderson for 3. It doesn't go for him.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Black, covered by Thibault. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Thibault. Pass to Sharp. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. De Silva with the bucket. Portland has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third.
Attacking the hoop. That is Scoot Henderson's bread and butter. Unstoppable when he's going downhill.
Orlando trailing here. Here's De Silva. A minute 53 left in the third. Carter, good. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Here's Black. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Scoot Henderson.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Black.
He hits the second from the line. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Gotta take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Black, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break.
That's an athletic play by Sharp. Putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Here's Black. Walker on the double team. Kicks it out to Isaac. Here's Black. Guarded by Sharp. Pass to Wagner. Here's Black. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Walker finds Sharp. Misses the three. Orlando shooting at 45% of the game so far. Here's De Silva, defended by Henderson. Black, no good. Outside Sharp. Good if it goes. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
The defense has to be besides themselves there. Terrific shot.
And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Goga Batadze. And it's Suggs in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Kicks it out to Wagner. Here's Banchero. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Trailblazers lead by 6. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. Grant outside. There's the three. Drops in the three.
Jeremy Grant, some change in the couch here, finding some offensive rhythm for the team.
Suggs outside. Shot to stop the run. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Kamare. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Suggs. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Simons against Caldwell Pope, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Magic trail by 11. Wagner outside. Suggs outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. There's Simons with a 3 on target from range. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
A bigger guard, Suggs, fearless inside.
Jalen Suggs. 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. On offense, here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Simons. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Franz Wagner.
Simons really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Up top, Suggs. The kick out to Banchero. Wagner outside. Goes up again. Here's Batase. And it's off from 3-point range. Trailblazers lead by 15. Pass to Ayton. Grant the screen. From outside the arc. No good on that one. He's 5 for 8. Orlando's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Trailblazers.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the 2 benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Wagner outside. Caldwell Pope. There's the triple. They get it back. Banchero outside from behind the arc. The shot no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Simons outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Fires from way outside. No good. So no problem for Portland as they get the win to walk into enemy territory.
But eventually, I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
matchup. We have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. McCollum is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Suggs passes to Banchero. There's the drive. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Shot clock at 3. Second shot opportunity. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside. That is incredible.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Once again off the mark, Orlando. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Here's Suggs, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. The first player that Coach mentioned was Zion Williamson. He said, we don't see anyone like Zion all year. His power is unmatched, but Zion also has the touch and burst. We have to create a wall around the basket. Now, we've seen Zion play, and I think he's going to break through that wall more than once. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
And finished off by Williamson.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
Murray against Suggs. Here he goes. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. It's McCollum with the drive. And G.A., what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer. Your classic combo guard, C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times, a valuable piece for this team.
Here's Suggs. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. Mr. Williamson. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Murray against Suggs. Itadze trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's McCollum in the corner. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Banchero, that's good.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Here's McCollum. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here's Suggs. Fires for 3, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Trey Murphy. Murray out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at center. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA, thanks. Well, the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And Suggs throws it down.
Using that momentum to just prepare for liftoff. Suggs were a problem on the drive.
Here's McCollum. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Banchero a screen for Suggs. Banchero up top. Pulls up. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Rebound by Paolo Banchero. The Magic trail by 11. Banchero draws the double. Wagner against Williamson. Banchero with the screen. And that one's good, Wagner.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Kelly Olynyk checked in for the Pelicans.
Number 13, Kelly Olynyk.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Olynyk's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans. Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Banchero, a screen on Murray. Suggs looking around over Murray. Offensive rebound. Wagner, right side. Kicks it out to Banchero. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pelicans leading by 11. Back to McCollum. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Anthony Davis is great. And I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
New Orleans making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. McCollum outside. Over to the wing. Pass to Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And that one is good from Suggs.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
It's McCollum with the drive, and it's good for 2. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Murray against Suggs. 41 seconds left in the first half. Banchero, a screen on Murray. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Suggs.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
And the basket by McCollum.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the Pelicans score.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Pass to Bitadze. That 3 off the mark. Good if it goes. The shot comes out. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the New Orleans Pelicans. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Isaac out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Black. Then there's Carter. And it's De Silva in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Round down low. Isaac on him. Outside, Jones. 5 on the clock. No good on the triple. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a 13-point game. And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
Shot from the inbound, and Wagner lays it in. Wagner's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Magic. Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pelicans. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Tipped away. Isaac with the steal. Pass to De Silva. There's the lob to Carter. There's the steal. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Brown deciding where to go with it. Clock at 4. The tray. Carter pulls it in. The Magic trail by 11. Here's Black. Still scoreless. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
There's Brown with the three. Magic shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. Inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player.
First team foul.
And so here is New Orleans. Takes it inside, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Brown outside. Pass to Boston. Now here's Brown. He's tightly guarded. Just 3 to shoot. Launches it. Carter pulls it in. The Magic trail by 8. Although they were eliminated in the first round, this season was a success, Dan, for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Here's Boston. Kicks it out to Jones. Another shot. Rebound by the Magic. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's De Silva. Back to Carter. Puts it up. Offensive rebound. Wagner can't hit from in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Austin the pass to Olynyk.
Magic foul. Second personal foul. Second Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. The third quarter comes to a close. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 6. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got McCollum, Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Murray. And it's Misi in at the center, filling out the middle. Rebound by the Magic. Vitadze's got his 5th rebound in this one. Caldwell Pope finds Banchero. Stolen by McCollum. Murray against Suggs. Kicks it out to McCollum. Banchero grabs the board. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Suggs. Plays it up and banks it in. Suggs has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Orlando. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Going inside. It's stolen by Banchero. An even 3-on-3 break. And that one's good. Suggs has got 4 points this quarter.
Raw speed helps Suggs out there, keeping him ahead of the defense on the fast break.
Here's Misi. And that one is stuffed right through.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Here's Suggs. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. McCollum outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got 27 points.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. When McCollum catches fire, this is a guy that can get uber aggressive. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And an important part of every team's game. And we'll look at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And let's not forget how dominant they've been defensively. Great job of forcing some tough shots, often leading to blocks.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. McCollum passes to Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Great defense that time from Banchero. The Magic trail by 4. As Vitadze gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
McCollum against Banchero. And it's McCollum off the drop. Yes, that goes in. He's got 29 points.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
And stolen by Murray. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
.153 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Vitadze. Wagner outside. With the drive. It's deflected. On the wing, Murray. Williamson outside. Pass to Misi. Here's McCollum. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. McCollum's got 31.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Suggs with the ball. Now defended by Williamson. And Suggs throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Back to McCollum. Pocket 6. There's the 3. Connects from three-point range. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
To the paint. And Williamson throws it down.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
For 3, Murray misses the shot. So New Orleans wins it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the
Tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think, that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. They've got C.J. McCollum, Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Murray, and it's Messi in at the center, filling out the middle. Takes a three, nails it from three.
Quick trigger from Trey Murphy. This dude can let it fly.
And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And it's the Blazers with the ball. Simons passes to Grant. Back to Simons. Grant with a screen on McCollum. 5 on the clock. Here's Simons. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, Simon's known for a guy who can really get it going from behind the line, and he can do some damage. He's got length and vertical ability from that.
Now here's McCollum. Here's Messi, and he dunks it down.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Now, their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
Jones, he's checking. In for McCollum. Simon's got a perfect 3 for 3 so far. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Murray, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. This one for 3. Grant's shot is off. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Messi, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Pass to Kamari. Sinks that one from the post. Here's New Orleans now. They trail by 1. Outside Murray. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. He said when Zion is healthy and right, you can't really stop him, but you can try to contain him. Stop his dribble drive, force him to hit shots over the top of you. Sounds like they're going to try to make him a jump shooter tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
The big man with the soft touch. Zion flexing the range.
Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Now here's Murray.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here he goes.
Well, Ayton at 7'1" has a 7'5" wingspan, so those arms helping out.
Simons finds Grant. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Murray inside. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And there's that athleticism we talk about with Zion. What a dunk.
Simons passes to Avdia. Jacks up a 3. Messi grabs the board. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Williamson outside. Outside Murray. 3-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. Simons outside. It's Avdia on the wing. Simons against Jones. Out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
New Orleans ball.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Pelicans. Trailing by 2. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. Williamson misses. Portland has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Avdia from outside. Fires in the triple.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Murray with it. No made baskets yet. The 3. Here's Jones. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
The paint, that's where Jones likes to live, and that's where he's comfortable. And he can use that length to his advantage.
Grant outside. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Portland.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Misi. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Portland ahead, up 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Inside, it's Grant playing next to Ayton. Then there's Avdia, then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamare in at the 2. That's the group for Portland starting the second. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
Pass to Avdia. Second shot opportunity. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
At the line for your Trailblazers.
Free throw good, Avdia. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. I mean, it's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Williamson, right side. Pass to Misi. Avdia pulls it in. Portland has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Simons outside. Grant the screen. Simons outside. Shot clock at 5. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Over to the left wing. Williamson outside. Down low. Stolen by Ayton. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Portland shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And Simons really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
4-3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Jones from outside. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Simons launches it. Misi grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 8. They need this. Williamson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Brett, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
Well, B.A., he's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. I mean, he's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting to show for Zion.
Simons, right side. Grant outside. Right wing. Simons outside. 5 to shoot. Off the outside. Fires the 3. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Murray. He's covered closely.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
1:46 left in the first half of this one. Puts up a deep three. And it's Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the wing on the left. Ayton, a screen on Williamson. Ayton passes to Graham. Avdia, screen on Jones. And here's Grant from the arc and from the field after that one. 3 for 4 now.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. He's got 12.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Man, Jeremy Grant is one of those guys that's capable of highlight dunks on a nightly basis. That time, vicious finish.
Murray deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Kamari. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Portland.
Simon's playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Williamson, right side. Clock at 6. Murray, no good. Portland shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And the layup is good off the glass. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's Portland. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Anthony Simons. He's been playing really well.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Pelicans trail by 9. Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. They've got Bruce Brown, also Kelly Olynyk out there, and it's McCollum at the 1 spot. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Blazers ball.
Trailblazers lead by 9. Here's Henderson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Henderson's got his first points in this one.
There's so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks.
Portland foul.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pelicans trail by 9. McCollum outside. Clock at 4. Olynyk with a screen on Henderson. McCollum, the pass to Boston. He drops it from range. Boston's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Henderson. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, despite standing about 6'2", Henderson has a big-time vertical, and he plays a lot bigger than his height.
Henderson hits them both. For New Orleans, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Boston, defended by Henderson. On the take. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And Williams has got the ball here for Portland. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Sharp. Williams with the screen. Sharp, no good. Pelicans trail by 8. McCollum with it. Henderson picks him up. Out to the right wing. Olynyk passes to McCollum. Back to Olynyk. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Three-pointer Sharp. Counted from distance. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
McCollum outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
As CJ's saying, not so fast. I'm not letting you get away from us tonight. There's the return payback three.
Henderson outside. Another three for Portland.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
McCollum against Thibault. McCollum, the pass to Boston. And here's Brown for three. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Henderson against McCollum. Pass to Sharp. 40 seconds left in the third. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Sharp still trying to find some comfort and familiarity at the free throw line. Sometimes it takes some young guys longer.
Both free throws good from Sharp. Pelicans trail by 9. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. McCollum outside. Thibault with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoop gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thibault. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. That one misses. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers lead by 10. Here's Simons, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simons' number with the way he's got it going here.
Inside, here's Misi, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going into the break up 12. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Obvious the 3 with Grant at the 4. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Jones finds Murray. Back to Jones. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray, no good. Trailblazers lead by 14. Grant the screen. Here's Kamare. Three-pointer off the mark. The Pelicans shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Left side Murray. Fires from the wing. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. And here's Simons. Pass to Avdia. Fires from deep. 6 on the shot clock. Hits the trifecta. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Williamson passes to Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Ayton with a screen. And here's Grant from the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Jones from outside. Offensive board. Murray from outside. Murray can't get that one to fall.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Kamare. That three's off the mark. Pelicans trail by 18. Pass to Misi. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Simons. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Jones with the ball. He takes it in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
In attack mode, Jones going right to the hoop.
Simons outside. The three ball. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Trailblazers.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Simons.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Knocked loose. Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Ayton, a screen on Murray. Here's Kamare. Outside for Grant. Let's go with a three. That shot is off. And here are the Pelicans now. It's a 14-point game. Oh, got that one up quick. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Avdia against Murray. Avdia, good.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Driving in, and he goes in for the dunk. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a
but eventually I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers. see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then there's Suggs. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Trailblazers, the forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Then there's Ayton. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position. It's deflected. Banchero outside. Driving in.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Now Simons. After Jalen Suggs missed from long range. Simons kicks to Avdia. Orlando grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Bitadze can't hit. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to catch up with Portland's head coach. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Hey, you got to love that response. KCP not wasting any time getting those points back. Right back at him.
Here's Simons. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Come to me, come to me.
Now, here's Suggs. Guarded closely. Here's Bitadze. Offensive rebound. Trailblazers leading by 5. Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Simons up top. He's defended by Wagner. And finishing with force. Whoa!
Shook that building all the way up.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Avdia. And the layup is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Suggs. Still without a basket. And Banchero outside. Here's the 3. It's good from long range.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter.
Oh, man!
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Suggs off target from three-point range. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Portland. 8-point game. Simons, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And the three ball is good.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play, finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Here's Kamare. And again, it's Portland converted.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now, here's Suggs. Count it. Suggs has got his second basket of the game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Simons. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So on the floor for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Bitadze in at the 5. Throughout his career, Clark, Kentavious Caldwell Pope has proven himself to be a quality player.
He certainly has, and I love the way he plays. He's locked in all the time at both ends. Really not only understands his role, Kevin, but embraces it. He's out there to space the floor with his shooting and then provide a lot of energy and versatility on defense.
Bitadze the pass to Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Caldwell Pope against Simon. Kicks it out to Grant. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Orlando, they've got a nice 3-3 to start the second.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Here's Simons. Over in the corner, Avdia. Ayton finds Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Kamare. No good on the 3. Orlando leading. Banchero outside. Pass to Suggs. The 3. The Trailblazers pull it in. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Avdia. Outside, Simons. Grant gets a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, Bart. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka, whoo, yeah, it'll make my head spin.
Count it, good. Suggs has got 6 here in this quarter.
A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
Grant sets a screen for Simon. Grant against Banchero. Grant goes in, and the dunk by Grant.
He just powered that one.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Caldwell Pope right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Simon.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Ayton with it. Kicks it out to Grant. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Portland leading by 5. Pass to Kamare. And here's Avdia. His three-pointers off the mark. Suggs against Ayton. Caldwell Pope outside. Now Banchero takes it off the glass. Banchero's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Suggs. And a miss there on the triple. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 4. From Portland. We're back in a moment. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
We've got Matisse Thybulle, sharp out there with Walker. Then it's Williams. And it's Henderson in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Black.
Easy look provided by Wendell Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can share the rock.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Wagner from long range. Rebound by Williams. Trailblazers leading by 5. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Black in the post, working on Williams. De Silva, no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Isaac against Sharp. Six on the shot clock. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Stolen by Walker.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Knocked away. Here's De Silva. Defended by Thybulle. Back to Black. Pass to De Silva. Over Thybulle. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
6 to shoot. Here's Henderson. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Carter. The Magic trail by 10. Pass to De Silva. Off the mark, and the drop continues. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Back to Isaac. Magic moving the ball around. Wagner from long range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And Walker kicks to Thibault. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Thibault's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Sharp on the wing. He's defended by Wagner. The Magic trail by 13. Now Isaac. Nothing on the board. Carter with the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one's good by Henderson.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Black. The Magic again can't hit.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Out to Henderson. And the 3 off target. And for the Magic, they're shooting 43% for the game. Here's De Silva. "20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. They get it again. Wagner passes to Isaac. Here's the screen. Knocked loose. And stolen by Thibault. No good on that one. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Orlando. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Bitadze in at the 5, home in the paint. Ayton a screen on Wagner. Grant for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Suggs. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Trains the three-pointer.
You know, it just looks prettier from the corner, especially when Caldwell Pope lets it go.
Here's Simons. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Avdia against Suggs. Avdia with a screen for Simon. No good with the triple. The Magic trail by 14. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. The rebound by Grant. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Banchero, that's good.
A promising sign of things to come with Banchero. Clearly somebody you got to be excited about.
Simons finds Grant. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Suggs. That's a 2 from Simons. And the shot goes down. Simons has got 4 this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 13. Down low. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
I'll tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
A nice shot by Simons.
Well, he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on defense.
Hammeron kicks it out to Grant. Takes the 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Simons.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Here's Bitadze. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Banchero missing. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
To stop the run, Banchero, that's good.
Banchero answering. I'm here, he says, firing right back from deep.
Simons surveying the D. Grant with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Grant. Back to Simons. Three-pointer. Off target with that shot. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to
2K Sports. And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bataze in at the center position. And for the Pelicans, we've got Murray, Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Misi in at the 5. Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights. And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now here's Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Caldwell-Pope against McCollum. Now Williamson. Out to McCollum from downtown. Here's Misi. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Banchero with a screen on Murray. The 3 from Suggs. Misi grabs a board.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. It's a 3-point game. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. To the middle. Here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
Banchero left side. Tipped. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Williamson.
On defense, Banchero has a lot of good physical attributes, which help him create pressure.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. The Pelicans lead by 5. For 3, McCollum. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Coach, you spent a lot of time in New Orleans. Coach for him, as a matter of fact. It's a fun stop in the NBA. There's some amazing food in the Big Easy.
Yeah, Brian, I love the city of New Orleans, but when I coached there, it was in the pandemic. All the restaurants were closed. All the entertainment was closed. We couldn't enjoy the jazz or the food.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. He's scoreless. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Out to McCollum. 1:07 left in the first quarter. And again, New Orleans no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And Carroll with a screen on Murray. The 3 from Suggs. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. For New Orleans, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. And there's the drive. Shoots inside. And that one's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Connects from downtown.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Williamson with a screen on Suggs. Murray from outside. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Suggs. And another 3 for Orlando.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Now Murray. And stolen by Suggs. In transition, the Magic on the run. He's all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Orlando ahead, up 1. And we'll be back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Goga Bitadze is out there with Banchero, and it's Suggs in at the point. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Magic. 3-point lead. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. And that one drops. And here's New Orleans now, trailing by 5. Launches a 3, and C.J. McCollum with the 3. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Carroll with a screen on Murray. Suggs with the bucket.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Murray against Suggs. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Murray, no good. Magic leading by 4. Banchero outside. Down low. It's intercepted. And here comes the break. Murray passes to Williamson. To the left wing. The 3 is up. Sends it home from 3-point land. He's got 5.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Pass to Banchero. This one for 3. The Pelicans pull it in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. McCollum looks around. Yep, count it. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hard-working, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Murray for 3. Here's Misi. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And Carroll with a screen on Murray. McCollum with a steal. On the break. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. And that's his third bucket at 8 attempts.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
And Carroll the screen. Here's Suggs. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
The three from Suggs. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
You gotta like the intensity behind Murray's drive. He has no intention there of stopping.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Wagner outside. Deflected! And Carroll outside. Over Williamson. No good. Misses at the buzzer. C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Kelly Olynyk is out there with Herb Jones. Then it's Bruce Brown, and it's Boston in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Wagner on the wing. Over Olynyk. That shot, no good. The Pelicans lead by 11. Pass to Brown. To the inside. It's stolen by Isaac. Wagner for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Brown passes to Olynyk. Pass to Boston. Jones with the ball. Brown, a screen on Isaac. Just 5 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, there's so much to like about Herb Jones. It's hard to know where to start with this guy, Coach.
Well, Brian, I think I know where it starts. It starts with him being an all-defensive caliber defender, one of the best in the league. But then lately, he's been so efficient from three-point range, and his overall efficiency at the offensive end has gone way up. He's become a complete player.
And I'm really liking the confidence from Isaac. He feels like no one can guard him off the catch.
Knocked away. Pass to Brown. And there's the screen. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. From deep. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic trail by 7. Outside Carter. Hey, expanding his range. He's off on that one. Here's Jones, and the big dunk at the end of the break.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Launches it. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Wagner. Carter, a screen on Olynyk. 4 on the clock. And it's Wagner missing.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Boston with the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Black, defended by Jones. Black passes to Isaac. And the layup is good. Isaac's got 5 points.
Yeah, inside the paint, Isaac is a pro, using his size to get himself a high percentage look.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Boston. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Carter. From down in the low post, it goes. Carter's got his first bucket in this one.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Takes the 3. De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Screen by Olynyk. Here's Brown. There's the drive, and the jam by Brown.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Black, defended by Jones. With 1 on the clock. And that's not gonna go. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's New Orleans. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And here's New Orleans now. They've led by as many as 11. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Bataze in at the 5 spot. Murray passes to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Williamson with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Shot's good by McCollum. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Beyond the arc. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant 1. Unnecessary contact.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. 1 more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. They get it again. The Pelicans lead by 9. McCollum outside. Six to shoot. It falls. fouls. 5 for 11 in the game.
What a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
Suggs against Murray. On the wing, Suggs. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. And perfection right through the net.
Love the quick shot there. Suggs looking decisive and comfortable, stopping and firing.
Caldwell Pope against McCollum. Williamson with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's McCollum, and the shot goes. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pep.
And Suggs, here we go, blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Shot's good by McCollum.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it. Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Caldwell Pope against McCollum. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Kicks it out to Wagner. The rebound by Murray.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so Murray will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as many as 11. Williamson with a screen on Suggs, and it's Murray off the drive.
Boy, Murray eats up ground in a hurry. You blink, and suddenly he's at the rim.
Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
A solid jump shooter. Now, the defense has to get up on Suggs, or that's going to happen. Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Pelicans.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for C.J. McCollum.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
The 3 from Banchero.
Great D. Williamson with the strength, the wingspan, and the athleticism to make a difference at that end.
And it's the Pelicans on the break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And here are the Magic now. A 12-point game. Suggs with the bucket.
The assist.
Here's McCollum. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Let's take a look at our starters from Portland. Grant steps in at 4 with Ayton, the big man, in the middle. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Simons. Fires the three. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Pass to Messi. Right side, Jones. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A shot by Messi, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Kicks it out to Grant. Lets it go with a 3. Messi grabs the rebound. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Jones. Simons with the defensive effort. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Fires the 3. And the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got a couple of threes now in the first for Portland. Pass to Messi. New Orleans moving the ball around. Jones dishes to Murray. Williamson outside. Off target with his 3. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Kamara. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Messi. And here is Williamson. Jones, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Love the assertive attitude from Jones, wanting to continue to improve in his jump shooting.
Outside, Simons. Here's Kamare. Pass to Ayton. Three-pointer on the way. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ayton's got 5.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
Jones with him. Here's Messi. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. And Williamson throws it down.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. .121 left in the first quarter. Simons from outside. Kept alive. Ayton kicks to Simons. Here's Kamare. He's covered by Murray. Just 4 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Grant. Beyond the arc.
Leaving little room to work. Murphy not giving an inch on defense.
Stolen by Jones.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Back to Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now, here's Grant. No scoring in this one. Clock at 6. Poke loose, and Portland turns it over again.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. For 3, Murray. And it's Portland with the rebound. Grant on the wing. Covered by Williamson. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Pass to Messi. Williamson outside. For 3, Murray. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Murray out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. And so it's New Orleans with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Out to the right wing. Pass to Messi. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Grant. He's covered by Murray. Shoots from the corner. Avdia against Jones. Kicks it out to Grant. 6 to shoot. Right side, Avdia. Here's Simons. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pelicans trail by 8. And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys, really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
Now here's Murray. Still yet to score.
Trailblazers tomorrow. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Williamson. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Williamson's got 6.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
Grant for 3. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
It's good.
Man, with all the things he does, if you get Jones to be a facilitator, possibilities are endless.
Simons kicks to Grant. Sinks the three-pointer. Grant's got his second bucket.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Wide open look here for Murray. Second chance shot. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Avdia. Pass to Grant. Avdia dishes to Grant. Avdia, a screen on Williamson. Here's Grant. Back to Avdia. Outside, Simon. 2 on the clock. From the arc. Avdia can't hit.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons, and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Now here's Murray. scoreless thus far. The three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Grant for 3. Pelicans pull it in. Murray outside. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Nailed from three-point land.
Man, finishing it off there. Simons showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
Kicks it out to Jones. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Grant the pass to Simons. Such a wide open look. Simons has got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
And Simons doing a good job operating and getting to his spot in the mid-range.
Stolen away. Back to Murray. With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We come back right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Walker. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Scoot Henderson. Then it's Rob Williams. And it's Sharp in at the 3. Now here's McCollum. On the wing, Brown. Back to McCollum. New Orleans moving it around. On the clock. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Scoot Henderson.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
If we're going to talk about the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
C.J. is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Now here's McCollum, and here's Brown outside, drains it from beyond the arc.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
The shot by Sharp, nobody around, and Williams is right there. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Williams comes with a double team. McCollum finds Brown. No good from outside. Trailblazers leading by 5. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And it's Sharp missing. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Cullen passes to Olynyk. And stolen by Thibault. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And then Henderson with the jam.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
McCollum outside. The kick out to Brown. Hits the three-point bomb. Brown's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pelicans.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Henderson attacking. Yep, that one goes in there. Henderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And it's Walker penetrating.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Brown deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Thibault. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it from downtown. Good on the triple. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Pass to Olynyk. 1:36 left in the third quarter. Brown wide open. He fired. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
And Brent, the Pelicans swept in the first round last year by the Thunder, and that Zion injury was very unfortunate and very untimely.
Oh, man, that was crushing. Williamson had 40 points in that play-in game, playing his best basketball, and then hurt very late in that contest. They really missed him, obviously, against OKC, and just bad luck for New Orleans last year.
Portland again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
Back to McCollum. They double team McCollum. Brown outside. Rebound by Williams.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Now, here's Sharp. Defense is right there.
Sharp still trying to find some comfort and familiarity at the free throw line. It can take some young guys longer.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Pelicans. Down by 12. Pass to Olynyk. Back to McCollum. There's Brown with the three. Drills it from outside. Brown's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. Here's Henderson. With 2 seconds left. Some solid defense from Brown. And so it's Portland in control with the 9-point lead. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Murray. Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. That's the Pelicans 5. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Portland leading by 9. Over in the corner, Avdia buries the long-range jumper. Avdia's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers. Poked away. And now Portland on the break. Simons with the ball. Jones covering. Ayton inside. And it's Grant in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. A fader. Avdia gets the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And here is Murray after Avdia made the last three-pointer. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Murray against Simons. Back to Avdia. From past the arc. They get it back. Kicks it out to Grant. Here's Kamare. A three-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
To the inside, Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And Zion absolutely rocking the rim.
Portland leading by 13, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Simons kicks to Grant. Avdia with a screen for Grant. Back to Simons. This one for three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he could be a bully on the inside.
Murray for three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Grant outside. The kick out to Simons. Buries it from three-point range.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Ayton. Grant against Murray. Here's Kamare. Simons from outside. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Pelicans trail by 18. Murray outside. Out left of the wing. Knocks down the three ball.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Anthony Simons.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Here's Kamare. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Launches a three, traps in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Now Grant, following the three-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. For three. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Simons kicks to Grant with the shot. Here's Kamare. Pass to Ayton. Off on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan